Welcome to Rapid Retro Reviews, where we go back in the day and play some old school bangers and failures. Grab some honeycombs, stock up your eggs, and tune up your instruments, because we're about to talon trot into the N64 masterpiece, Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is a 3D platformer released by Rare in 1998. After receiving the news that she is not the prettiest girl in all the land, the evil witch, Gruntilda, heads to kidnap the brown bear Tooty with the plans to steal her beauty. After hearing the commotion of the kidnapping, Tooty's big brother Banjo and his backpack buddy Kazooie speak with Bottles, the short-sighted mole, to learn that Tooty has been taken away to Gruntilda's lair. Bottles will offer to teach you your basic moves that you can test out in the Spiral Mountain tutorial area. The duo has a really cool moveset and they control very well, which is extremely important in the 3D platforming genre. Once you feel prepared, you can head into the lair to rescue Tooty. The lair serves as the hub for the entire game. When you enter the lair, you will immediately find your first puzzle piece, called a Jiggy, which can be used to unlock different worlds within the lair by completing each of the 9 worlds puzzles. Simply place the number of missing Jiggies in the world's puzzle, and you're free to enter. When entering a world, there's a multitude of things to do. Each world has 10 Jiggies to collect by completing various tasks. You'll notice these little colorful creatures calling out for help in each world. These are called Jinjos, and collecting all 5 in each world will grant you a Jiggy. Each world also has a witch switch, which has a picture of Grunty's face on it that you can slam into to reveal a hidden Jiggy somewhere in the lair. Similar to each world, the lair has 10 Jiggies total. On some worlds, you'll notice a skull-shaped hut that you can enter. This is the home of Mumbo Jumbo, the greatest shaman in all the game. He'll help you on your journey by transforming you into something, usually a different animal. Don't venture too far outside the world, though, because the magic will weaken and you'll transform back into the bear and bird combo. There's 100 music notes in each world, which are used to allow further progression through the lair by opening the various locked music note doors. It's not required to collect all 900 notes in the game, but you will be given a significant advantage by getting them all. Bottles can be found across the different worlds and will teach you new moves, allowing you access to more parts of each world and to progress further in Gruntilda's lair. Lastly, each world has 2 honeycombs that you can collect. After collecting 6, your max health will increase by 1. Once you get all music notes, Jinjos, Jiggies, honeycombs, and hit the witch switch, the level is complete and it's on to the next. The game rarely requires you to go back to previous levels, which I actually prefer. If you like games that require more backtracking, then you'll love the sequel, Banjo-Tooie. While traveling across the different worlds, you'll meet a really interesting cast of characters. There's a pirate who lost his booty, a sled racing polar bear, a garbage disposal shark, and a thirsty palm tree, just to name a few. The original soundtrack in Banjo-Kazooie is probably one of the best video game soundtracks ever. Every single song in the game is catchy, and every world and area has its own theme song. The 9 worlds are all completely different from each other and uniquely fun to traverse. I don't think I could pick a favorite. Every world is good in its own way. The most impressive one is probably Click Clock Wood, which is the same world separated across 4 seasons. My personal favorite world is Mad Monster Mansion. It's a lot of fun exploring haunted houses and fighting against creepy enemies. The walking tombstones scared the shit out of me when I was younger. You even get to turn into a pumpkin and flush yourself down a toilet to find a Jiggy. The worlds also get progressively more difficult. Rusty Bucket Bay, which is the 8th world, is probably the most punishing, and the engine room is by far the hardest part of the whole game. You need to execute some very specific platforming under a very short time limit. One wrong move and you're dead, but if you don't move quickly enough, then it's no Jiggy for you. What sick fuck came up with this level? Even if you make it out of the engine room and to the back of the ship, you need to get there with extra time to spare, because if you go towards the propellers and they start back up, then you're dead in one hit. The water in Rusty Bucket Bay is polluted, so it will drain your oxygen when you're on the surface, and at twice the speed when underwater. If you make one wrong move while trying to get this Jinjo, then you're gonna suffocate. If you're playing through the game for the very first time, you're probably gonna not like this level very much, and you're gonna die a lot. If you die, your music note high score for the world resets, and you need to collect them all over again. If you're playing on the Xbox remastered version, the game is a bit easier, as the music notes don't reset after dying, so you won't have to worry about collecting all 100 music notes in one life. Quitting the game or getting a game over will start you back at the beginning of the lair, which isn't a big deal, but the game will make you feel bad by making you watch a cutscene of Grunty stealing Tootie's beauty. Mumbo will also invite Grunty back to his hut. And as for Tootie, well... yeah, I bet you feel bad about yourself now. As you head towards the end of the game and finally find Gruntilda, she will make you play in her trivia game? Sure, why not? You better have been paying close attention across the game, as she'll ask you questions about characters, worlds, herself, and even have you participate in minigames. Once you complete the trivia, you return back home with Tootie and start celebrating. Tootie, however, interrupts the celebration as Grunty has not yet been defeated. Returning to the lair, it's time to defeat Grunty once and for all in an epic showdown. Once defeated, you've completed the game and can celebrate for real this time. Banjo-Kazooie is an easy 10 out of 10, with a nasty seal of approval. It's absolutely one of the greatest games of all time, and debatably the best game on the Nintendo 64. Anyone who likes video games needs to play Banjo-Kazooie. Thanks for watching this episode of Rapid Retro Reviews. If you enjoyed, please be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button to join the Nasty Nation. I'll see you guys on the next one.